Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sunday night. It's the Full Throttle Face-Off. Round 5 from Brands Hats. Tanso versus OGRL. I'm James Parfitt, going to be joined in the booth once again by Jim Cunningham here. Well, it has not been looking good for OGRL, and after doing some wonderful maths, which, don't get me wrong, shouldn't be too hard, we have scores like this. Tanso are on 1,493 points for the season, and OGRL on 1,185. Now, we do only have one race to go, and we are in a very Tanso-heavy field. I will tell you now, you'll be able to see that on the left-hand side, it is very Tanso-heavy. We are into qualifying at this moment in time, but there is a reason, there is an excuse, or I suppose I shouldn't really say an excuse. The reason being, for all of us wonderful Brits, it's Mother's Day in America. Actually, to be honest, it's Mother's Day in Germany as well. So it seems like anybody just holds a Mother's Day whenever they feel like it. So next week is my day, okay? It's JP Day in the UK. So next week on the 18th of May is JP Day. So if you just want to send me all your presents, that's fine, because apparently we could just make up days and put them wherever we want in the calendar. After my little rant, let's bring in Jim Cunningham into the booth. Jim, welcome in. How are you?
I'm so not ready to celebrate JP Day at all.
We need a JP Day. Everybody needs a JP Day.
I'm sure you think we do. Yes. It's good to be here, man. I arrived and started looking at this timing and scoring tower, and it was so Tanso heavy. I was, man, I hope OGRL guys haven't given up, but it is Mother's Day here in America. So, and that's, here they tend to take their mothers to lunch, or late lunch. So that would be right in the time frame that this happens. So I could see a few guys missing for that for sure. But yeah, these scores aren't looking good if you're pulling for the OGRL side. It's gotten out of hand here the past few weeks, and I don't think there's much of a chance of any recovery at this point.
No, definitely not. I think even this week, even when we go to VIR next week where we celebrate JP Day, I think it's going to be slightly out of reach of OGRL. Don't get me wrong, I love the guys. I love Tanso as well. But I think Tanso have kind of given OGRL a little bit of a butt whooping over the last few weeks. And I haven't actually seen, if I'm not mistaken, now I'm going to double check myself here, because last time I said something and it was wrong. God knows the drama. I'm still checking that actually Tanso have not lost a round on points. OGRL has never won a round.
Yes, I think that is correct. I think they had initially they might have had an individual win, but and that was, I think, Ryan Merriam in week 1. But I don't think they've even had an individual win since then, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't think they have, to be blatantly honest. I think it's been all Tanso, to be honest with you. And in the driver's standings, it's also Tanso. Mr. Ryan Dudley is out on top on 183 points, with OGRL in second and third on 166 and 157, with Dan Wareham on 144, 143. And then there's 3 OGRL guys inside the top 11. That literally states where this points has come from, is the fact that they have not had the drivers that are up there in the moment. And from 34th to 41 is got 6 OGL drivers in as well. So you can see where they've lost it, Jim. They've lost it in this middle part of the race, with the middle part of the field. You know, they haven't got many people up front. Ryan Merriam, Cam Fredericks, and also Bradley Tidwell. But other than that, it is, and Rick Wishon, sorry, it is literally Tanso dominated. And that's where they've lost a lot of it.
Oh, yeah. It's been, the mid-pack has been just filled with Tanso, and a lot of the OGRL guys have been bumped down to 12th, 15th on down. And weeks where we get a we had more than 25 cars. There was a lot of those times that the OGRL guys were missing points, and falling outside the top 25. It looks like today everybody will score points. It looks like we've got 24 cars here, I think.
Yeah, we have.
So, it's at this point I can't say anything else. It's been a good old fashioned butt whipping. I mean, it really has.
Yeah, as good as there, Daniel Wareham, Dan Foster in 1 and 2, then Michael Dolan in 3, then we've got Ryan Merriam, Peter Woodmore, Ryan Dudley, Simon McPhee, Marion Sebastian and Sean Atkins and Bradley Tidwell with Adrian Hadfield and Rick Wishon. It is, well, you can see it's literally all red in that top area of top 12. Then it's Joseph Luke, Lopez, then Will Bailey, Jack DeGrand, Lee Rylance, Curtin Matthews, Terry Atkinson, Michael Chaplin, John Johnson, Josh Arnold, Matt Benson, Mark Ossier and Nick Marshall rounding out the 24th. All OGRL on the bottom, pretty much. But ladies and gentlemen, let's see what holds on. Is there going to be a shock to the system? Is there going to be a win for OGRL? Well, we're going to find out here and see who got on, who's done the practice, and can anybody stop the freight train that is literally Tanso at the moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for some of the guys to get on to the grid now before we get going here. And we've got 20 minutes race of 1, then we've got a 25-minute for race 2, which will have a grid set by finishing order from race 1. Okay, so there we go. Evening, go Tanso, says Lynn Turner. Yeah, Lynn, I've got the names up and the initials coming up for you. Look, they're all there. Don't kick my butt. 4 lights, 5 lights. Ladies and gentlemen,
totally.
Race 1 is green, and it is Foster, Wareham and Dolan out in front with Ryan Merriam sitting in 4th place now. He's just gone down the order. Unfortunately, Ryan Merriam lost a place to Mikey Dolan. In behind that is Dudley, Woodmore, McPhee, Atkinson, Sebastian. And then in there is the OGRL of Bradley Tidwell and Rick Wisham. But it is literally 8-3 in the top 11 already, Jim. This is going to be a struggle for OGRL.
It is. I have to say that Michael Dolan, that's a good qualifying effort for him. Good to see him up front. He might be his best start of the season. That's good run there.
Yeah, absolutely. Bradley Tidwell sitting in 9th at the moment. Dolan there at the moment. He's alongside. He's got Ryan Merriam. Unfortunately, Merriam's going to be pushed out on the outside here for literally Hawthorne, and he doesn't want to be there. That could be 3 places gone for Ryan Merriam. There goes going to be 1. He's going to be on the outside now going into Westfield. He's not going to get that. Oh, he's turned him.
No.
Oh, Dolan's gone round.
Michael, oh man.
I do think, though, and I'm going to say this in the loose term, I do think there was a big old dose of internet. So let's have a look here. Can I get this in? No, you're going to do it behind the trees. Lovely. Thank you very much for that. So let's see if we can do this a little bit more.
I don't know. I think.
Watch his front right. I've got a funny feeling there was a big old dose of internet coming on. There you go. There is a gap.
Yeah, it did turn him before. Yeah, it turned him before he ever got to him.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It did on that one. So we'll give a little bit of credit where credit's due. Ryan Merriam there was doses of internet in the middle. We're sitting here at the moment with Curtis Matthews, who's got Benson, Chaplin, DeGrand, Johnson. It is basically 3 OGRLs inside the top 12 with 9 to Tanso, and that is it. This is not going to go well here, Jim. I don't think. OGRL, I'm not even sure if they're going to have a chance by the time we get to the last round.
Yeah, no, I don't think I don't think so. But Rick Wisham's moving up, and he's pretty fast. We'll see if he can get work his way up there. And Tidwell's fast too, so they could pick a couple of positions up here in the top 10. And Merriam gotten involved in that. Merriam's a clean driver. We watched him race side by side for lap after lap with guys and not hit them. So I hope that Dolan realizes that was wasn't really on Ryan. I don't think.
Yeah, it was a little bit of internet. There was a gap. He did start turning before he even got to him. So Ryan Merriam there Now he's got Peter Woodmore now on the grass. He's going to go hard into the brakes, into the left hand of Sterling's. It's Tanso 1, 2, 3, 4. OGRL 5, 6, 7, 8 is red. And 9 is purple with Rick Wisham, who's got to be fighting along here. He's got to try and bring some of these guys with him. Tidwell's just about to try and go up the inside. Door gets shut for him. Now he's going to go on a run alongside Sebastian here. Josh Arnold making his way through the field after not getting a time in qualifying. But at the moment, Tidwell's tucked him right behind. We're going down into turn 1. Bradley Tidwell. Yeah. That was contact.
Oh, hang on to it. Oh. And it was another Tanso guy got caught up in that too.
There was about 4 people got caught up in that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he was on the... Did he turn him back again? Yeah. Oh, he did, but he snapped back, rolled it back, hit another one. Oh. And parked in the middle, unfortunately. Looks like Marion Sebastian's gone back there.
If I'm going to be blatantly honest, when you have 9 cars in the top 12 and you have an accident, it's hard not to get caught up with one of your teammates.
They've done it to each other, Jim. They've literally just done it to each other. Why would you do that to each other? Michael Chaplin has just put somebody in the wall. Now, was that Bradley Tidwell that he's just put in the wall? Oh,
I think it was.
Come on, work. It was Brad Tidwell. You have literally just been given a lifeline again, and OGRL...
It happens every time.
I know, OGRL just go and chuck it away like it's Smarties. It's bonkers.
Every time. All season long that's happened. Exactly that right there.
That's just absolutely nuts. Let's go. Oh dear, I always seem to join on an accident. Yes, Connor. You do. But welcome in, son.
There he is. There's Connor.
That is just nuts.
That was crazy.
Absolutely bonkers thing to do. You just get given a lifeline where Tanso take out or something along the lines of a little bit of a bump and run, gets taken out 3 Tansos, and then you sit there and go, I know, I'm going to go spin my teammate on the
straightaway.
That,
oh my goodness.
Just no words. No words whatsoever. I cannot justify any words there at all. So just absolutely bonkers at this moment in time from Tanso and from OGRL as well. It is just nuts. Sean Atkinson's got Woodmore in behind him. Wisham and Rylands are running side by side there. And Rylands get it stopped. He does get it stopped. Rick Wisham gets the place, but after Rylands ran wide. Congratulations to Happy Little Cupcake, Daniel Molinari, Dexterity Racing, P4X Frontier, and Menno de Graaf, who have just been gifted memberships. So enjoy that
Menno
one.
de Graaf.
Menno de Graaf.
Oh, Menno.
Yeah, Menno. Menno there as well. Teamwork makes dream work, boys. Oh dear, definitely not. It's not really working here this season, Connor. OGRL been given a lifeline, probably 3 rounds in a row where Tanso have accidentally or something's happened where they've taken out multiple people, and then OGRL go and wreck each other on the straight. If you're ever going to self-destruct in a race, Jim, you might as well do it like that.
It's really been all season, and it's happened both ways. Look at this. Josh Arnold was climbing up the field pretty fast.
Yeah, that was Rick Wisham there in behind him. Oh, Wisham's already going sideways. Arnold. Oh, they all managed to avoid him. Well done to them 3 behind him. That could have been a little bit more dangerous. It's now 2-11 in the top 2-9, sorry, in the top 11. And then behind that, it's a little bit more handy for the guys, but it's still not ideal for OGRL. Atkinson has got Woodmore in behind. Merriam is alongside Dudley. This should be a nice little battle.
They are struggling with that turn right there. Golly.
You know, they cannot get that car rotated properly. It's very, very difficult indeed. So there we go. Ryan
Seems to
Merriam.
be oversteering bad through there and just pushing off the track, which these cars are kind of known to do. But I don't know. I'm still in shock over it.
The problem is there isn't really a lot that we can say about it. You know, at the end of the day,
it's not.
they are literally self-destructing. They are literally blowing their own panic button and making it out like that's the only thing they're able to do to each other. And this is the problem for me. The racing at times, yes, been scrappy, but when you bring together so many different people, is likely to be happening. But you've got to at least be able to manage it with your teammates. You know what I mean? You at least got to be able to get through and go, okay, well, let's not take each other out. Let's actually try and win this and do this properly. But Michael Chaplin, Bradley Tidwell, and I think it was Rick Wisham may have been involved in it. It's just bonkers. They're self-destructing on a catastrophic level. Ryan Merriam, whoa!
Oh my gosh!
That was Jack DeGrand that's just gone off.
Yeah.
He's out.
Yep.
He's trying to get out of the way, I think.
Is he? Oh man, yeah, that was his own teammate too.
No, he was a back marker. He is a back marker. I do wonder if there was a slight little bit of. Is he trying to get out the way? Not really.
He
sure.
braked weird there. Yeah, I think he probably was because he got on the brakes there. I think he was just trying to get. Yeah, and he just got hit from behind. That's unfortunate for Jake.
Yeah, that's exactly what we think went on there. Yeah, I kind of got a funny feeling there might have been a little bit of play of trying to hold up Ryan Dudley to allow Merriam to go through, and unfortunately got the old bump, should we say, from Ryan Merriam. There is a saying in the UK, I cannot say it as much as I would love to, but all it's got in it, and if you are from the UK, you'll understand what it is. There's a round and find out. You put the first word in, and I think Jack DeGrand has just found out.
You could say mess around and find out.
Well, yeah, okay, we'll go mess around and find out then if we want to be politically correct here. But I think Jack DeGrand may have just been a little bit of subject of mess around and find out. And unfortunately for Jack, he did mess around. No, Mikey, you are not blaming me. Do not even come at me and say curse at the commentator. That was that was netcode all day.
No, he's blaming me. He's blaming me because I was talking about what a great qualifying run he had and how that was his best start of the season. So, yeah, I might have put that on you, Mike. I apologize if I did. I really was. I was actually happy to see you up there. It was a good start for you this year. I was happy to see that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Nick Marshall, Matt Benson. They've looked like they've had a little bit of tat-tat-tats together. Benson on the right, Marshall's in behind him. I've got a funny feeling this is going to be drama and dramatic. Oh, you're going round, son. You've just hit the grass. Are you coming back on? No, you both went off together. Did you stay on there? It looks like you may have been all right. So there we go. He
hit the curb so hard it kicked his. He hit the curb so hard it kicked his windshield wipers on.
Absolutely. He messed around. He did mess about and find out, mate. Exactly. You know the non-politically PC word on there. But Benson is now running side by side with Matthews. Round the final corner they go, coming into Paddock Hill. Matthews on the right, Benson on the left. OGRL, American flag are waving with pride. Tanso in the blue and white. And at the moment, Matthews is holding on here, celebrating his anniversary last week as well, if I'm not mistaken. 15 years, I think it was, that Curtis Matthews has been with his wife. She's put up with him for that long. Absolute saint.
Well, he was in the military, so he was probably gone a lot for some of that time.
Well, then she's had it easy, isn't she?
Easier, anyway.
You know what I mean? He just goes off, and next thing you know, she's got peace and quiet. Especially if they ain't got kids. Exactly. If they haven't got kids, it's even more silence. But unfortunately, Matthews is going to be running side by side here. Down this front stretch here, coming down into Pilgrim's Drop. Matthews on the left, Benson on the right. Down the hill they go, under the bridge, coming into the right-hander of Hawthorns. Matthews got to send it in deep. Benson's got to leave it room. He does leave it room. Now they're going to be coming. Matthews gets his nose chopped off. Benson goes through, down through Westfield, in through Dingledale, coming out through Sheen the other side. Benson's managed to hold on. Ryan Merriam, however, has got the young man of Mr. Ryan Dudley tucked up right behind him again.
Yeah, they've had some good battles this season. Several of these rounds, those two have been going back and forth. I was thinking Merriam might get up there and charge up to the front, but he's holding here at third. I guess third would be a great starting place for him, next round as well. So if he could hold on to that,
but it's still going to be
not a whole lot of purple behind that.
No,
golly,
it's still going to be a very heavy Tanso field here.
He's the only one. He's the only one in the top 10.
Yeah, I feel that
this might be the worst of all that we've ever seen. I don't think we've ever had just one in the top 10, have we?
No, I blame Brad, to be honest with you. I blame Brad. It's Brad's fault. Bradley Lovins.
Brad?
Bradley Lovins, sorry. I should have been more specific. I blame Bradley Lovins. Ever since he arranged this and got involved with it with Curtis Matthews, he's been on fishing every weekend. How's that fair?
Yeah, he has definitely been enjoying the outdoors. Of course, it's a good, pretty time of the year to be, in the south where he's at, and good weather for outdoorsy stuff right now.
Yeah, he has been fishing. Most weekends. Great bumper-to-bumper racing there is. Ryan Dudley, Ryan Merriam. The question is the bumper going to end up being the punt to pass there? Nice little emotes you got running there, Connor and Harrison. I wonder where you got them from. Here we go now.
That's down. A nice looking emotes, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah. I need to do some more. Yeah. It's really hard when they limit you to 4 emotes and you're like, what 4 could you actually relate to this? You know what I mean? If anybody's got any ideas, drop me a DM on Discord and say, James, I've got an idea. Why don't you do these 4? Because we cover so many different series and it's just very complicated to pick emotes.
Quit being a cheapskate and get you some custom emotes made.
It's not about custom. It's knowing what. I'm not saying I won't get stuff made. It's about knowing what to get made. That's what I'm trying to specify. I can't make an OGRL logo because everybody else would be like, right, where's mine? And then I'm forever trying to get 20 leagues into 4 logos. It ain't happening. That's why it's so difficult to pick what emotes to put on as well, as we've digressed away from complete action of the racing here. Curtis Matthews is chasing down Mr. Terry Atkinson. It took us all not very long at all after our last digress. Checkered flags would be great. Yeah, I suppose. On that one. Not too bad. I'll write that one down. Hold on.
Yeah, checkered flags would be good.
Yeah, checkered flags. What else? Let us know in YouTube chat what else you think will be good emotes for everybody to use here as well. Let's see.
Connor always has opinions. I like that about Connor.
Yeah, but his wife gives them to him.
Well, I didn't say there were his own opinions. He just has opinions.
Yeah, Abby Little Cupcake's got him rolled up here, mate. I tell you, you know what I mean. He's got a baby on the way soon as well. So poor old Connor's opinions are going to be even less than of his own as well. Yeah. They would be.
Your opinion is get up and feed this baby at 3 a.m.
Yeah, absolutely. His opinions will be his wife's and the baby's. So poor old Connor's going to lose all complete opinionation in his relationship there as well. Good luck, Connor. By the way, hope it works out for you. As well. So. Oh dear!
Oh, we got 3 minutes to go here. By the way,
yeah, Ryan Merriam still being chased by Dudley.
Are we going to get 1 and 1 more, or are we going to get 2 more?
Where's the leader? What we got? 2:56, 1:37 on the clock. We're going to have 1 and 1 more. Charles Kellerman, welcome in, dear sir. How are you? I haven't seen you for a while. Thank you so much for joining us. You just joined in time for the end of race number 1. 2 minutes 46 on the clock here. So let's see what happens. This is 3rd and 4th, Ryan Merriam and Ryan Dudley. It's the battle of the Ryans, the D and the M, fighting it out here. Into the right-hander they go. Down through Westfield. Coming in through Dingledale. Steep drop. Blind Apex Machines. Point of the tree on the right-hand side. There he is. Point, go, run. And through you go and hope you stick on the other side. Coming into the left-hander now is Sterling's. On the curb, they're going to take a little bit there. Dudley. Oh, Merriam's going to snap back. Ooh. Merriam could have been in trouble there.
That was close. That was close.
No, my opinions aren't important to my wife either, mate. They make the decisions and then ask our opinion. You know what I mean?
My wife loves to get my opinion. That way she knows exactly what not to do.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Babe, what do you think of this? Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, I'm not keen on it. Okay, love.
Exactly.
You might as well give up. It's just literally full stop. Forget it. As we go on board with Ryan Dudley here, he's going to try that outside line coming into the left-hander. He's got to allow him across. I don't think it's going to work. Merriam's going to cut his nose off here as well. Ooh. Now Dudley's tucked in behind Ryan Merriam. It's going to be one more after this, I believe, here. Into the left-hander now they go, sweeping round Surtees, and a run down once more into the Pilgrim's Drop. It's going to be the closest battle on the racetrack at the moment. In race number 1, Ryan Merriam, Ryan Dudley, and literally action aplenty as these guys continue to fight out. Coming again into Hawthorne. Through the right-hander they go. They got a short, sharp spur up Derek Minter into Westfield Bend here through the right-hander. Then they're going to plunge down the hill, literally down the hill through Dingledale. Off they go. They drop straight down the bottom. Point the tree. Where's the tree? Second tree on the right. There he is. Sound like we're on our way to Narnia. Through we go. Now coming into the left-hander here as well with Sterling's. Big drop down on the inside. Breathe. There as well. I believe this is going to be the final lap of the race. We'll keep an eye on Dan Wareham. He is going to go over the line. There is going to be a little Barney there. He is waving frantically. But on we go back with Ryan Dudley here. It's side by side with Ryan Merriam again on that run down into turn 1. Dudley's on the left. Merriam's on the right. Merriam's going to try and sweep round the outside, is he? He's going to brake late. He's going to brake late. Dudley keeps it tight. Oh, Dudley, stopping.
We had a crash. There was a crash involving Lee Rylands and somebody.
Does he? I hope he don't think it's the final lap there. Did Ryan Dudley just think that was the final lap?
I think so. He's about...
Oh, Rylands lost it on his own. I think Ryan's there, lost it on his own. He did. He starts to squirrel. Then he's going to snap back. Bang. OGRL had nowhere to go. Let's pick up a Dan Wareham. He's got a few corners left here. Right. Into Dan Wareham again. He's got a few corners left. Into Westfield, down Dingledale for the final time. That's taken out that battle in the middle. Dan Wareham is going to take the win. Foster's going to be finishing in second place, and then Ryan Merriam should grab third, bar any major dramas. Hadfield's behind Arnold. They're not going to fight. Tidwell's behind Lopez. They might have a little bit of a scrap.
You know what I think happened? I think Ryan Dudley may have slowed down to let Woodmore buy him for points.
No, I reckon he thought it was the final lap.
You think?
I honestly believe that. If I'm wrong, then I will eat my words. But I have a funny feeling.
I thought we were fixing to have a video challenge here.
No, Dan Wareham comes over the line. He takes that victory in race number 1. Dan Foster in second place with Ryan Merriam in third. Then Woodmore, Dudley in behind that, and Atkinson. But I've got a funny feeling Dudley thought that was the final lap.
I'll be curious. My guess is he did that so Woodmore could get the extra points, since he is leading the championship right now.
Okay, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to find out here as well. Do we have a warm-up in the middle? If we have a warm-up, I wonder if I can drag Mr. Ryan Dudley in. I'm pretty sure we do. Let me see if I can drop him in here, and then he might know that he's going to come in for a little bit of a convo, and then hopefully we will be all right. Bradley Tidwell coming in behind Lopez here. But I do want to have a quick chat with Mr. Ryan Dudley, whether or not he thought that was the final lap or whether or not he actually did stop out on track. I'm going to have a quick conversation with him now as well. Bring the man into the booth, Mr. Ryan Dudley, who finished in 5th. Ryan, welcome in.
Hello, how are we?
Please confirm or deny you thought that was the last lap.
I did, yeah.
Yes, I knew it.
You're right.
Oh, no, I can't believe it. Speechless, nearly.
Ryan, I was
Brian.
giving you credit. I said that you slowed up intentionally to let Peter by for the points benefit. I covered you there, and then you should have been listening to the broadcast. You would have known that.
I mean, if it was a little earlier on in the league, and if it was important, yeah, maybe. But no, we're just racing for fun tonight, and I'm just a fool by the looks of it.
Oh, dear.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, I don't know who got who. I wasn't sure if I had him over the line. And then the guys in chat were like, there's still a lap left. I've looked up, and it was white flag. So I was,
Oh, mate. Never mind.
one of them moments. I had him as well.
Stuff.
I had him.
It was going to be close, dude. I don't know if you had it, but I think it was going to be close. I got to be honest as well. However, you did pump Jack Grand into the underworld.
Oh, I know. I just, I mean, he slammed on mid-corner, man. I mean, it was, he's a back marker. I know it's not like, you have to get out of the way, but you could see what was happening, and...
What do you think was happening?
Oh, come on, Jim. I told you what was happening. He was trying to slow Ryan down trying to slow Ryan down to allow the Merriam through, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah?
Yeah. That's going on.
Absolutely. I fully agree with you. And we've just had we ended up calling it a messed around and find out because we couldn't put the actual word in the front that we thought we were going to use. But yeah,
Jack have said it better.
Yeah, exactly. And he found out not to mess around on a racetrack. Ryan, listen, dude. Mate, remember, checkered flag, that's the final lap, okay?
I know, right?
All right, mate. Have a good one. I'll catch you soon, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, see, poor
I'm actually
Dudley.
I'm glad you were right because that made it so much more funny.
Yeah, I know. I'm so glad as well. It happens. It does happen, Charles. It's not the first time I've seen it. Actually, I've seen it more in the last 2 weeks because there was one the other day as well that did it. That he went over the line and then slowed up, and it was like, you've still got one more lap. It must be, I don't know what was going on, but yeah, it definitely happened. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I am correct. There you go. You'd never thought you'd hear them words come out of my mouth here as we've got 2 minutes left. Oh, well, we've got a 25-minute race this time around, Jim. What's going to happen?
Well, based on everything I've seen, probably a whole lot like what we just saw.
Yeah, hopefully Ryan Dudley will complete the race. There was a collar pink. We've done it before. Mate, I've never done it. I have to be honest, I have never, ever done it. But then again, dude, I don't have a big haul of races. So, you're putting it in a spectrum of like barely 500 probably or something like that. So, I haven't exactly raced loads, but I don't think I've ever done that. I've got to be honest. Jim, have you done it?
No, not that I don't think so, no. Not that I remember anyway, if I did.
Yeah, but Jim, son, you're old.
I'm usually
you barely remember what we did yesterday.
Well, that's true. That's very true. I'm usually so far behind. The guys are already like exiting the session, so I know this is time that the race is over. When you start seeing so and so left the session, that's when you know it's.
That's exactly my case normally, mate. After 6 hours, I've been so ready for it to be over. I've stopped a lap early. Oh, Connor, you donut! What are you up, dude? Seriously. You can't be doing things like that. Just go straight through. You know what I mean? Just keep going. As I said, wait for the people to stop and leave the session. Then it's finished.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm sitting here now, racking my brain, but I am pretty sure I've never ever done that. I'm 100% sure I've never done that as well. So let us know if you have done that before in YouTube chat. Charles Kellerman, have you done it before? Harrison, you done it before? Has everybody done it before in YouTube chat? Have you stopped a lap early because you thought it was over? If not, well, it's just a Connor Pink and Ryan Dudley thing then, isn't it, really, clearly? So there we go. Nobody else seems to have done that, to be blatantly honest. But let's see how we all go here as well. And see what goes on once again as well. I do actually get to have a sit down and have a great chat with Mr. Connor Pink, actually. Now, I'm trying to wrap my brain when I've arranged this for Connor. No, it's not.
Oh, you're doing he's going to be on the podcast?
It's going to be on the podcast with me, yeah. I can't think when.
Oh, nice.
When did we arrange it? June somewhere? Yeah, June 10th.
Whenever his wife approved the date.
Yeah, she had to go. We had to go through her secretary. And then he had to ask for permission, and then I had to, believe it or not, write a contractual permission slip that said
I'm
that it's
surprised you didn't have to
come
submit the
out.
questions.
You know,
Submit the questions in advance like they have to do for like the president or royalty, you know?
No, she's told me I've got to do that by the beginning of June. So
okay.
You know what I mean? She's got
got time to work on.
Yeah, she's got to double check, fact check, and make sure everything other checks right. So, you know, look, we'll do what we got to do. So there you go. I'm sure I have, but only once, never again. No, I bet I never. I don't think I have, to be blatantly honest. Right, let's bring you up the grid for race at number 2. Are we? There we go. Dan Wareham on pole position with Dan Forster in second, then Brian Merriam and Peter Woodmore. Then we've got Ryan Dudley and Sean Atkinson, Simon McPhee and Josh Arnold with Adrian Hadfield, Rick Wishon, Michael Chaplin and Matt Benson, as you can see, 3 in the top 12. Then we've got Terry Atkinson, Curtis Matthews, Mark Ossier, Joseph Lopez, Bradley Tidwell, Will Bailey, Marius Sebastian, John Johnston, Nick Marshall, Lee Rylands, Jack DeGrand, and then Mike Dolan at the back. He's going to have a race on his hands here as well. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Race 2 is going to come thick and fast. And then we're going to be green, green, green. Yes, all contracts have been signed and fact checks have been completed. They have, Connor. Absolutely. And the wife has given him the okay. So there we go. We're on for a winner. Right. Here we go. If you haven't heard about the podcast, guys, as well, you can get in contact with me as well or search On the Virtual Track on Spotify. We'll be episode 11. Coming up this week already, believe it or not. I've only got another 74 people to get through, but we're slowly getting there. And this week, actually, it's Curtis Matthews I get to have a wonderful chat with. Dan Wareham on pole. Lights are going to be on 2, 3, 4, 5. Ladies and gentlemen, race 2 is green, green, green. Here as well with Dan Wareham, Dan Foster, Ryan Merriam. Merriam's trying to make the move. Dudley's in there as well. Is he going to be able to push him around the corner? There's action further back as well. John Johnson, it looks like he may have had some form of drama, but there is drama going on. Josh Arnold is just poof, like the magic dragon, and has disappeared here, but Dan Wareham out in front at the moment. Dan Foster and Ryan Merriam tucked in behind.
I think Chaplin or Johnson or somebody back there in the back got a really, really bad start, and it kind of held everybody up that was back behind them. Chaplin dropped like 12 spots right off the bat. Curtis Matthews just went around, yeah.
Matthews went down the order, unfortunately for Curtis Matthews. Was it all on his own? He's coming across. Oh, it was. You're going sideways in the corner there, mate. Adios, senorita. Round he goes.
All them curbs.
Yeah, for Curtis Matthews, it looks like
didn't take anybody out, so.
No, wow. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Oh.
What blinking Nora has just gone on here? Somebody coming back on.
Off the track. Oh, trees. Out of the way. Oh, what a mess.
Yeah, well, let's pick up.
That's Curtis, too, isn't it?
There might be Nick Marshall in that. I'm trying to find.
Oh, it is Nick Marshall.
Find a decent camera. There's Nick there. He's coming over. The car's there, Nick.
Yeah, that was.
He come over. Now, can OGRL benefit from another lifeline? That's going to be the question. Dan Foster out in front, Dan Wareham second, and Ryan Dudley sitting in third place at the moment. Merriam in fourth. Rick Wishon has just got up there alongside it. Oh, hold it, Rick. Oh, you ain't going to hold it. Power through.
Hang on.
All the way up the hill he goes.
He did.
McPhee's on the inside. I think McPhee's going to hold this here. Round he goes round the outside. McPhee cuts his nose off. Wishon's got nowhere to go.
And he's off again.
Yep, he's trying to put the power down too early. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, he's pushing wide on all those turns. Yeah, you might be right. I think he's trying to get the power down too early and pushing out on him.
No, it definitely is here. So we're going to keep an eye out and see how these guys get on, whether or not this action's going to be taking place, what's going to be going on, whether or not they're going to be able to do this or not. But at the moment, Rick Wisham, Simon McPhee in there, Peter Woodmore, Josh Arnold, Foster and Wareham, Dudley out in front. They're going to run as a three-man team. Going to try and tackle Ryan Merriam.
Oh!
Wareham's off. Merriam's going to go through. is the two. Look at the Tanso in and around him, though. He's got 3 in behind him. He's got 2 in front, and Ryan Merriam feels like he's at a Saturday night in a club, and, well, he's in the wrong one. Let's just put it that way. Here as he's going down that back stretch now as well, down through clearways they go. Coming into Clark Curve. Poor old Ryan Merriam is going to get sandwiched here. Rick Wisham's in there. He's trying to give him support, but there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars around him before we get to Tidwell, who's trying to make his way up here.
I had to mute my mic. I was laughing so hard on that one. Yeah, he is definitely in a Tanso sandwich there. That's just, this is quite a mess. Wisham always seems to drift back. He makes up some spaces and then he drifts back. Like because he had gotten up there. He was running, I think, 6th at one point there, and he just keeps drifting back a little bit.
Yeah. He's trying to get through. Merriam's got to look up the inside. There's going to be slowing down here. I tell you what, if these two have not worked out, that you could literally stop Ryan Merriam by parking cars along the track here. We're going to have to go in behind. These trees are horrible. Is he going to go and take it through? Don't be there. Don't be there. That inside car's going to run you deep. He's going to run you deep and wide. It's like they're on an oval and the 2 leaders are teammates. Now Dudley's going to come in again. Is he going to give him a bump? No. Merriam's going to say, you may take my life, but I will take that position. And Ryan Merriam has moved his way into 2nd place.
That was some good, respectful driving from Ryan Dudley there. He could have gotten away with running Merriam off the track both times, and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
That was some good, high-quality driving right there by Dudley.
Yeah, Dudley there as well. He's sitting in 3rd place, Merriam in 2nd. There's battles further back with Tidwell. He's got Benson. He's trying to clear Benson. Wishon is trying to escape from McPhee and catch up to Woodmore. But at the moment, it's just absolutely kicking off at the front. Poor Orion Merriam, look at that. It's like a 5-1 on a Saturday night. Going into a right-hander here. Down they go through Paddock Hill. Poor Orion Merriam is stuck. He's nothing short of 5 teammates in Ryan Merriam. I know my God, poor guy's fighting 6 TRG at once. He is at the moment, and he is swinging down here at this moment in time once again. Ryan Merriam's got his gloves on, Jim. He's got his ankle boots on, and he's kicking anything that moves.
Yeah, all these guys up there, they have respect for each other, and Ryan has raced door to door with several of these guys all year long, and he's up there having a good time. He could sure use a little help, though, but there's not a whole lot of purple help to be had.
No, there definitely isn't. But he's doing it here for Ryan Merriam. He is repping for OGRL. And now you can see Foster's playing games a little bit up the front. He's gonna... Ryan, not there. Not there. You go through Sheen's too wide. Something's going to happen. Merriam again. Foster, is he going to be playing games at the front? Is he going to be the mess about and find out, Jim?
I don't know. We'll see. I think, I tell you, I'm actually surprised that Merriam has gotten this close to Foster. He was back and forth with 3 Tanso guys in front of him. They could have kept him back, and one by one, they've all made little mistakes, and he's gotten by. And now he's up here challenging for the lead. And actually, they're slightly pulling away from this group behind.
Yeah, there's a 7/10 gap back at the moment. Ryan Merriam and Foster. There's a back marker in front. I know, there was
a train of
train.
Tanso back there.
Mark Ossier, Team OGRL. Is he going to mess around and find out, or is he going to move out the way? Let's find out what Ossier does. I've got a funny feeling it would be best for him to literally get out the way. I blatantly honest, I would remove myself from this equation. I would not be suffering another Jack de Grand there. But let's find out what he does. How's this one going to go? This is just going to be enthralling.
We'll see. I don't think, I don't know. I still question whether that's really what Jake was doing, but...
give over,
I
Jimbo.
know.
Come on.
I give people the benefit of the doubt.
There's got to be some conspiracies you believe in. Jesus.
I do believe in conspiracies, actually.
I love them. You want to talk to? You want to come and do a podcast with me about conspiracy theories? I'll be there all day. Literally, I could talk forever about lots of different ones here. But let's see what goes on with these guys. Is Ossier going to find out? Or is he going to move himself from the equation? He looks like he's decided he's going to go and play and find out here. Marc Ossier. Oh, bro. Oh. Here we go. He's gone through. Oh. He's messed around and find out. Ryan Merriam's going to come through the field. He's knocked out the top 6. Merriam's on top of the hill. Oh, my God. Go, Ryan Merriam.
Okay. Look, he is doing it.
I told you. Marc Ossier is playing the I don't have to move out the way for yellow flags here. You could clearly see that is what's been going on. Marc Ossier is just like, hey, look, I don't need to move out of the way. I'm not moving. You want to go round me, you go round me, but it's your responsibility for Marc Ossier. He is ignoring yellow flags. There's a TJ sideways. Dudley again. In behind a back marker. Oh my God, poor old Ryan Dudley is going to have a heck of a time here. What is Peter Woodmore going to do? He is a back marker. He isn't going to move. He is part of Team OGRL. He slows them up going into the corner. Ryan Merriam's out in front by 7 tenths. And God damn, he better buy Marc Ossier a drink for that one. We've lost Jim altogether. Gosh. He's too busy chuckling in the background like a... Jim, you all right there, mate?
Good. I just couldn't believe he did it so blatantly. That was
what was you expecting from him?
I was expecting him to get out of the way.
Really?
I was, yeah.
Oh,
it was great.
Oh, bless Jim.
He did it. I mean, he did a perfect job, and he didn't get himself punted, which means that he was able to slow up that second group of cars too. Now they're way back there. He couldn't have done a better job than he did right there.
He literally knew what he was doing, dude.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
If anybody sits there and sits there and thinks that wasn't some form of Marc Ossier playing games, well, I'm sorry. That isn't 100%. The case. 100%. And it's the same as Jack DeGrand in race number 1. And Ryan Dudley knew it here as well. But Marc Ossier has just played that game. He's managed to hold up enough of the people that Rick Wisham might be able to get onto the back of Simon McPhee. He's just up the road, and then they're going to come thick and fast for him here as well. 14 minutes to go. He's got McPhee. Then he's going to get Woodmore, Dudley, Arnold, and Foster, all within about 3 seconds of that after. Is he going to be able to make this Rick Wisham? Is there going to be some form of help there as well? He executed that perfectly. As a back marker, he realized he does not have to move out the way, and literally Marc Ossier did not move whatsoever.
I mean, look, whether you think that's a good move or not, as far as morals go, that he could not have executed that any more perfectly. Connor's right. That was
morals.
Is it wrong to do that? Is it right to do that? I don't
give over. He's played the team, hasn't he? This is the thing. Ossier's played
good.
The game, and he played the team, and he played the fact that blue flags, and this is why I rant about blue flags that mean get out the way. But everybody's telling me iRacing, they're just recommended. It's up to the faster car. Well, it's just cost you the lead. So next time, maybe enforce the rule of remove yourself out of the equation if you are a blue flag. So there we go. Now you've just messed about and found out.
He removed himself out of the equation.
Yeah, Marc Ossier did after he managed to slow down everybody to go past and then allow Ryan Merriam to go
slowed down 10 cars and then he moved out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. He weren't doing it because he thought it was fun, I'll tell you that much. He played the blue flag rule there, and that's exactly what he did. Wisham's now got McPhee 2 seconds up the road. It is not helping Adrian Hadfield tucked in behind Rick Wisham here at this moment in time.
Wisham's struggling to catch McPhee here. He's actually losing ground to him. I thought once he got that open track in front of him, he might be able to start running him down, like you said, but I think they've got a little more pace on him. At this point, Wisham's fixing to be in trouble right here.
Round the outside we go at the moment here. Are we going to be able to hold this one? Rick Wisham on that inside line. They're going to run it side by side down through Dingledale. If you try and do Sheen side by side, you're going to be in trouble. Wisham knows this. Wisham knows this. Oh, he knew that was coming. Oof. That's the problem. If they went around side by side alongside of each other, they were definitely going to be in trouble.
Yeah, Wisham almost got himself punted there with that little tap of the brakes he did.
Here we go now. Wisham's on that inside line. He's pulled it tighter. I'm going to have Hadfield's going to run around the outside. If Wisham could slow him down a little bit and allow Tidwell and Bailey to catch up, they might be able to do, slow him down enough where he might be able to get loose some points.
Yeah, well, he just ran off track there and picked up space.
Yeah. Here we go now.
I tell you what, I have grown to count on your camera work. When those two were side by side, I expected you to go to the camera on top and pan around, because you've given us that all year, and you did it again, week after week. People have no idea how hard that is, and I like to give you praise for it, because it adds a lot to these broadcasts.
Thank you, Jim. And I didn't even pay him to say that either. I'd like to point that out.
No,
it's all. It's a pure admiration there as well.
Well, it is, because I try to do it and it doesn't work out like that.
Stop trying to copy. I'll tell you that one. There is Wisham there as well. We're going to go in. Oh, no. He's going to end up on the outside. Now into the left-hander we go. Wisham is doing a good job defending, but they are losing.
He is.
Time over Simon McPhee. Like, absolutely bucket loads of time there.
Yeah, Hadfield's doing exactly what he needs to do right here, which is he has slowed Wisham up to the point where McPhee is 3 seconds out in front.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether or not he passes him or not is irrelevant at this point. It's certainly keeping Wisham from moving up in the pack. And then look at this mess here, would you?
This, you know what this reminds me of? I feel like I'm watching the Discovery Channel, right? And I feel like I've got the gazelle out in front being chased by this rampant pack of hyenas who are in the back of him, and they are coming after him. I almost feel like commentating the rest of this in a David Bellamy voice, or David what's his name? Attenborough or Bellamy, I'm coming through the underbush. I can't think of the guy's name. But this is what it reminds me of. Poor old Ryan Merriam might as well just be an animal in a zoo at the moment in time, chucked in with the lions. Because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, even the back marker, I think is OGR, is Tanso, is it not? Oh no, it's Jack the Grand, so he's got OGRL, but he's a back marker, so he ain't going to help. But poor old Ryan Merriam, the gazelle, being chased down by these hyenas in behind him. How has he managed to keep his nerve?
He might help a little, he might want to mess around and find out again.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's see how long Ryan Merriam's going to be able to hold on this fourth down Merriam here.
That was not good. He caught that curb, and that gave Wareham a good run off that corner.
Oh, Merriam's going to dive up the inside. He's going to put him out. Oh, they're going to touch doors. They're going to door bang. Be careful. Tinternet. He's going to try and go in the inside. Oh, my God, look at the speed Wareham's just carried. Wareham has just carried a massive amount of speed. He has just gone back and done him. One hyena has bitten the leg off the gazelle. Can this gazelle run forward and make this move again with 8 minutes to go?
So now we got a 3-legged gazelle out there.
Well, look, I'm trying to put some fun into it. Knock it off. There's only one person out here that Ryan Merriam is unfortunately stuck in. And then we've got Bradley Tidwell, who's chasing down with Adrian Hatfield, and Will Bailey in behind and Rick Wisham in front. So, what more could we do here?
I love watching guys race like that, though. I mean, they did have a little door bump, but that's okay. That's fine. They didn't wreck each other, and that's good racing right there.
Yeah. Well,
and I don't know that Merriam's going to have his mirrors full of Josh Arnold here which I think is going to kind of maybe let Wareham get away a little bit.
If Merriam can just ignore him, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's hard.
He's just
that's hard to do, though.
Yeah, I know, but he's just got to ignore him and try and concentrate on getting that pace back where he had the gap out to about 1.2 seconds. That's what he's got to try and do. I think if he doesn't try and do that and cover off the line like he is at the moment, I think Josh Arnold's going to get him. I honestly believe.
That's what I'm saying. You can't ignore that.
No,
There's
but
no way.
He's also can't be sitting there thinking, yeah, you know what I mean? He could be in deep trouble. He's got to sit back and try and ignore him. He has to.
I have another iRacing feed up, so I'll look at that as well. Jake DeGrand just pulled one of those moves again where he held up 3 Tanso cars. They all buy him now, but he absolutely held them up for probably a half a lap.
Here we go. They're running side by side. This is not going to be good for the car on the outside. He's got to get over.
Oh,
if you've got it, you've got it. You've got it. He's covered off his nose. Now can Arnold come back up? Merriam's covered him off again. That was a move after moving on to the racing line, not in the braking zone. But Ryan Merriam's holding on here. He wishes Josh Arnold would luckily do one so he can go and try and go after Dan Ware, and Merriam's made a mistake. They're going to run down side by side in through Dingledale, coming in through Sheens. Marshall's in the pits. I think he's gone off and had a bit of a ta-ta-ta. Merriam's on the grass. He's going to send him in deep. He'll send it on deep on him. If Arnold wants to go round there again, he's almost inviting the mess around and find out here, Jim.
Yeah, no, Merriam's made 2 mistakes, and if I'm being honest, he should lose that spot right there, and not do something stupid to try to hang on to it. He's lost both those positions by running off track. He's just got to regroup and gather himself back up here and try to make a move right here. It's just a tough spot, though.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Oh, that's a big curb.
Yeah, Ryan Merriam.
That's the same curb that got Merriam when Wareham got past him. Same exact thing.
Merriam's got to hang this out.
No,
he can't give up that inside line. He cannot, Jim. He has to give up. He has to hold that inside line. He's got to get Dudley out on the grass. There you go. Now he's got to bring him back in. Dudley.
Dudley hit him.
It's not punt to pass, son. It's not punt to pass. We're not watching NASCAR. You can't just run over him. Ryan Merriam knows what he's got to do. The question is can he do it? Don't forget, though, Ryan Dudley's not great at counting the laps. So you never know for Ryan Merriam what might happen here. And Dudley might just get it all wrong again.
Oh, that's too funny. No, I think he's going to be well aware of when the last lap is, which we are, we're down to 4 minutes. Wow, this is flying by.
Yeah.
Merriam's in trouble, though. He's getting freight trained by these guys now, and every time he gets past, instead of being able to focus on the guy who just passed him, he's got another guy sticking their nose in there, and it's happening to him one after the other.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Now, and there's Woodmore going to get by him, too. He just lost 4 spots like it was nothing. Yeah. In a matter of 3 laps.
But it's hard, isn't it? That guy must be emotionally drained.
You got they're just beating you down from behind, and every time you make one little mistake, a guy gets by you. Next thing you know, there's somebody tapping you with their nose. That's brutal.
Absolutely.
He's trying to fight back, which he's a great driver. Merriam is a good, clean driver, so. He may be getting a couple of these spots back, but he's got no chance of getting back to Wareham for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. What a shame he was smashing it. He was, Connor. I agree with you. Ryan Merriam was absolute cane in it. But to be honest, mate, I think I would be physically, emotionally shattered after trying to hold on with 6 piranhas running at me, all constantly, and then not stopping. So I can understand why all of a sudden with 2 minutes to go, he's gone, I can't do this anymore. Like, boys, you know what I mean? I'm not a one-man show. You've got to come and give him a hand. He needs help. Every week, Ryan Merriam, and that's why he's on the top of the driver's standings in the solos, because, him and Ryan Dudley, because He's up there every single week. And
Well, he had that one bad week. You remember? He had that one horrible week. If he didn't have that, he might still be leading the points.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I agree. I think he might be up there. Ryan Dudley is leading, but this is the thing. That's why when you said, oh, I think Dudley's slowing down to let Woodmore have the points. No, because Dudley's leading the Drivers' Championship. There would have been no reason for him to do that. So this is where we're going to get one and one more here. He needs backup. He does need backup, Ryan Merriam. It's the same every Sunday night at 8:30 when we go live. By about 8:45, we're sitting here going, where is Merriam's backup from the OGRL? You've got to step up. And at the moment, he's in there. He might as well be trying to fight the army with a gun and a single bullet at the moment, because that's as much as he's been able to do.
Yeah, well, and look, let's just be blatantly honest here. And I obviously I like these OGRL guys, but no, there goes Merriam.
No, brother.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, dude. That snap on his own.
Catch his bumper, or did he just snap? He got on the brakes to not hit him, I think.
Yeah, I got a funny feeling he may have hit that bumper. Boink. Yeah, that and the curb.
Yes.
Oh, Merriam.
Yeah, and he was heavy on the brake there, too, to keep from running over him, I think. And that's, you can't be turning the wheel like that and braking that hard.
We've lost Woodmore. Why have we lost Woodmore?
Oh, my gosh. What happened?
He's alongside Ryan Merriam. Oh, he's done it on his own.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Peter Woodmore's done it on his own. Dudley's in pit lane. What have you done this time?
Bradley Tidwell just had something happen. He's gone, too.
Is this a drive-through? Oh, Dudley. Have you been naughty? Oh, Ryan Dudley was naughty. He's just handed it. Ryan Merriam's in pit lane. Ryan Merriam's actually fixing damage. Rick Wishon is in fifth. It's all going off towards the end here. We've had two in pit lane. Ryan Merriam's stuck there. Peter Woodmore's there. That's Terry Atkinson's gone round as well. I'm sorry, Linda. It's gone. Poor old Terry's done something here.
What happened to Bradley Tidwell, though? He all of a sudden, oh my goodness. There's just one after another here.
Tidwell's out, I think. Oh no, he's still running. We jump back to pit lane here. We're on the final lap. I'm trying to keep on. Oh my God, really?
Oh.
Bro. Who the blinking Nora was that? We'll have a look back at that one at the end. But I tell you what, wow. That's all I'm going to say on that. Literally just wow. Anyway, Wareham makes it 2 for 2. With Arnold in second.
In this crazy mess, now Wisham has made it into the top 5.
Yeah, but it's
with all this craziness going on.
But it ain't gonna matter.
No,
1, 2, 3. Dan Wareham comes over the line. He wraps up race number 2. He takes the victory here for Dan Wareham. Josh Arnold in second and Dan Foster in third. And behind that is Simon McPhee. Great job from him. Wick Risham, the highest OGRL. Then Ryan Dudley after his drive-through, being naughty. And then Will Bailey is going to come over the line as well. But that is, I think, nuts. One of the nuttiest races I've seen. I'm not even sure what went on with Tidwell, but I am going to find out who that was.
Well, I tell you what, that's
what is that number?
That's gonna bring some hard feelings.
189.
29 or 129 or 929?
189.
Was it Matt Benson?
No, it was not.
Woodmore.
It was Peter Woodmore. Wow. Dude, you better have broken steering. You better have broken steering. Do you know, it's really hard because he does look like he's trying to turn away. He is broke. I think that's the problem. He's just gone off. He's steering right. Look. That little.
Yeah, I don't think that was intentional by any means.
I I don't think it was, and I don't think Peter Woodmore would drive like that. But his steering is broken. Look, he is clearly.
Yeah, no, it's definitely broken. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely broke there as well. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring you up the results for race number 2. Dan Wareham is your winner with Josh Arnold in second and Dan Foster in third. Then you got Simon McPhee in fourth. Tanso 1, 2, 3, 4. Rick Wisham in fifth and Will Bailey in Ryan Dudley, in sixth and Will Bailey in seventh. Marion Sebastian, Adrian Hatfield, Sean Atkinson. Then we got Michael Chaplin, Peter Woodmore, Matt Benson, John Johnson, Ryan Merriam, Curtis Matthews, Lee Ryans, and Joseph Lopez a little bit down the road. I haven't read that, Peter. Leave it with me. Then behind that as well is Ryan Merriam, Curtis Matthews, Lee Ryans, Joseph Lopez, Mark Ossier, Terry Atkinson, Jack the Grand, Tidwell, Marshall, and Dolan, who did not take to the start. Yeah, that was my bad. I did have broken steering. You definitely did there. It wasn't intentional. Some fun racing. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
I tell you what, man, I feel horrible for Ryan Merriam. He put on such a show there.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he ultimately, it was self-made trouble, but man alive, he was putting on such a great show up there by himself.
Yeah, let's bring in your winner who's taken 2 wins out of 2. Mr. Dan Wareham here as well. Dan, welcome in, bud.
How's it going?
Mate, I feel like you've just gone 10 rounds with Mike Tyson here with you and Ryan Merriam having a right little ding-dong.
Yeah. So the second race, I thought, I'll drop back a little bit and give myself a little bit of a challenge. And then I thought, I've a little bit too much off here. But no, got it done. Got the job done.
Yeah, you definitely did. Great racing out there, mate, as well. You know what I mean? How has this season been for you? It's a little bit... For some people, it's a little bit weird because you're going for team points, you're not going for solo points, but then we're keeping track of solo points. So how do you go into a season like this?
See the Tanso side of it, they're not actually going for points as driver points, but I think the GRL guys are. So for the Tanso guys, it's kind of a little bit boring because, like, if I've got Ryan in front of me or Ryan behind me, he wants to race me, but it's kind of dangerous doing so, if you know what I mean, because we could come off and lose a lot of points basically as a collective. But yeah, it is a little bit boring in a way, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. It's the first time we've done this, so it is what it is, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know if boring. I think it's interesting. The fact that, do you know what, Daniel? I think this is keeping up with the tradition at the moment of 5 races in a row where Tansos have taken out Tansos and OGRs have taken out OGRLs. It's been absolutely
I haven't
nuts.
seen. Has there been lots of crashes then? I don't know. I didn't hear anything in chat.
Oh, mate, there was. Yeah, the OGRL, Michael Chaplin, Rick Wishon and Bradley Tidwell put each other in the wall. It was quite eventful going up the back straight there. But listen, Dan, it's been great having a chat with you, mate. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Just my wife for letting me have this time to do this and being understanding about it all.
Good job.
And my kids, and you guys, you're doing a great job. Absolutely spliffing.
Spliffing?
Yep. Spliffing. You come out with some words. You come out with some words.
You do. He's right.
Spliffing. It's almost as bad as oopsie daisy or something like that. You know what I mean?
I love that word. I love throwing that one out. It gets a lot of people. It's like, who's this guy?
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. I love it. All right, man. Take care. I look forward to seeing you next week in VIR.
Yeah, take care, man. Yep.
You, man.
See you later.
Bye. Oh, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen here as well. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been very spliffing, Jim.
Yes. So I decided, I've been thinking about this. We got next week is going to be JP Day.
JP Day, don't
on the
forget
18th.
everybody on the 18th,
Yeah.
because we could just make them up.
So I've decided that I'm gonna go down and plant a brand new little baby oak tree in your honor. In the oak tree turn, and then over the years the oak tree can grow again, and the name will come back and be synonymous with the big oak tree, and it'll be JP's tree. That's what we need to do.
It's absolutely amazing, and I love that. But over the weekend, I met a young lad who I used to teach at school, right? And he told me that he'd named one of the fish at school that's been there for years after me. And unfortunately, this poor little fish died, and then he wrote the fish a card. And he put in there, Mr. Parfitt, sorry to see you go, hope you had fun. And that was a fish. It was a koi carp. It was a big old carp. Let's just put it that way as well. Absolutely bonkers. But, it's so nice to hear that, a kid that you used to teach is still sort of remembers you after, 2-3 years now as well, since our last winter.
So what I took away from that is the scary part there is that you were educating the youth of England, and that's frightening in its own way.
I'd like to point out I did end up in the headmistress's office more times than the children. All right.
I would believe that.
Yes, definitely. So there we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up on that bombshell. What a surprise. As always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.